Then 21.
At I-12, please
05
turn off your microphone.
200 327. Yeah.
Okay. I think he can't hear me. Okay, let me continue on these key features. Okay, I'll start from the point 1. It has the intelligent off-grid and hybrid mode. And also it has the PV and AC power that can supply loads simultaneously. It has dual MPPT, which wide input voltage range, compatible with most lead acid batteries on the market, free monitoring via app and remotely upgrades, support single and unbalanced 3-phase, parallel up to 10 units, independent generator interface, and it is 2 years warranty. Okay, so on the next step, we have this feature. We have a battery which is compatible with our Luxpower brand, which is Haina battery. So if you are using a Luxpower with the Haina battery, the moment that you update the unit, it has this feature that can also update the battery BMS, that is the battery management system. So this is the process of updating the battery BMS. You go to maintenance, you search the station, you choose the file, you go on the BMS file, and then you go to update. Then, okay, the first step is to go to maintenance. The second step is to go to remote update. The third step is to choose file. Then the fourth step is to go on upload BMS file. Then the fifth step is to search for the station. And the sixth step is to go on update. Then you can update the BMS of the battery, which is called Haina battery. Okay, so if you are using this type of battery, it can also increase the warranty of the unit as well. So this battery is also good on Luxpower, and it is recommended to use as well. Okay. Then third part, I'm gonna skip this part of paralleling. Then I'll go to specs. Okay. Then the rated power of SNA 5000, that is 5 kVA. That is the rated power. Then parallel capacity, that is yes, you can parallel, as I've mentioned, you can parallel up to 10 units. Then normal output voltage, that is 230 to 240. Then split phase, that is 220 stroke 110 VAC. Then normal output frequency, that is 50 to 60 Hertz. Then surge power, that is 1000 VA, that is 1 kilowatt volt M. Then switch time, that is 10 milliseconds. Then waveform, that is pure sine wave. Those are some of the features. You can find it on the side of the unit. It has a template which actually states all these things that I'm going through as well. Okay, the battery type, it has an option for lead acid and lithium mode. And also you can use the unit with no battery. There's an option as well of no battery. Then normal voltage, that is 51.2 volts. and also the maximum charge voltage is 59 volts. Then solar charge data, maximum recommended PV power, that is 6,000 watts. It has a 2 MPPT tracker, and then maximum PV open circuit, that is 480 VDC. Then MPPT range, that is 100 to 385 VDC. So that simply means you can put up to 385 per MPPT, 385 volts per MPPT. Okay, then the next step has the maximum solar charge current, that is 100 amps. Then max MPPT efficient, that is equivalent to 98%. Then parallel MPPT charger, that is yes. Okay, so AC charger data, normal voltage is 230 VAC. Then AC voltage range is 110 to 280 VAC. Max charge current is 60 amp. Then frequency range is 50 Hertz. I think I've gone through this before, to 60 Hertz. Then dimensions, these are the dimensions for on the general data. So I'm gonna skip the general data. Then we go to the interface. The display interface, it has LCD plus LED. Then lithium battery communication, it has CAN port and RS485. Then the RS485 direct conductor, that is yes, direct conductor for a generator. Then Wi-Fi and GPRS Wi-Fi, and warranty is 2 years. Okay, then internal design refers to a troubleshooting document. Interesting facts about each circuit board. Okay, I'll go through this file, and I'll also show you how it looks like inside of the SNA as well. It has both control MCU and communication MCU. Control MCU is for current and voltage sampling, which also assists with the output of the DC-DC and DC-AC circuit located on the main board. Communication MCU is rated with external communication with battery, Wi-Fi, Domo, and LCD display. MCU, that is the microcontroller unit. That's the meaning of MCU. Okay, then the MPPT, that is the maximum power point tracker. It caters for the PV input circuit. There are 2 independent MPPT tracker with common PV. Both PV and AC switch power supply, that is SPS, and in the board is the primary power supply for all the control drivers, LCD display, Wi-Fi, Domo, MCUS, and all kind of IC. Okay, so we go on to the main board. Our main board power circuit for DC-DC and DC-AC. Both DC-DC and DC-AC have bi-directional controllers. There is also SPS integrate in the board. Interface connection board. It has these features. It has include battery communication port, dry conduct port for generator connection, parallel communication on the ports with DIP switches. Then also there is a Wi-Fi connection port. So inside the SNA 5000, this is how it looks like. This is our control board. Underneath, this is our main board, and this is our MPPT. Then let me check if there is a picture. Okay, this one is our surge protector. That is our SPD. Okay, underneath here, this is our connection board, which consists of connection ports for paralleling and for battery communication. Then these are the dry connectors, dry board connectors, and also this is the Wi-Fi port. Okay. Then we go on to part 2, installation requirement, maximum 2 things to note. Okay. When you are installing a unit that is an SNA 5000, for instance, we require that you put on the AC side, put a 25 amp input breaker, then 20 to 25 amp output breaker, and earth leakage, then surge protector, then light grid inverter, then changeover switch. Then on the DC side, we require that you put a fuse. There's 125 amp fuse and 35 millimeter cables. If you put cables which are below 35 millimeter, that can cause a short circuit or melting of the cables and cause fire maybe or to damage the units. Then on the DC side, PV, string must have fuse plus and minus. Then you put 100 volts to 385, as I have mentioned before, and 13 amp MPPT. So you can put 100 volts, but normally it should be 120 volts as per template. It's 120 volts up to 385. Then maximum volt is 480 volts. Then you must put a surge protector and isolation switch. Then on part 3, setting up the battery. So we have different kind of batteries, but this is our compatibility for lithium ion. So we have lead acid. They are not state because they can communicate, and you can set the parameters according to the battery specs. Okay, so this is our compatible list. I think most of you guys have it from the group as well. Okay, so these are the batteries which are compatible. There is Pylon, Highness, Dynas, Wico, Shoto, Use It Energy. And also there is a battery brand, which is written battery codes. These are the battery brand that you have to select. So these are the batteries that we have, and these are the battery brands that you must set the battery to. Okay, so on the lithium ion batteries, there There are DIP switches on the battery, so you must set them according to maybe the battery supplier or according to the manual. So battery DIP switches, please confirm on the manual or the supplier, like what I've mentioned, because most of the lithium batteries, we are still checking and updating on the Luxpowers if they are compatible. Okay. Okay, I'll go to the next step, programming the battery on the inverter. First step is hold enter button for 3 to 4 seconds until the beep speed increase. Then number 2, press up button to cycle 3 on setting 3. Then on step 3, press enter to access setting 3. Then step 4, use the up button to cycle to lithium ion option, or there's an option for lithium ion, there's an option for lead acid or no battery, which I did not mention on this point 4. Okay, then on step 5, then refer to the above battery compatible list to determine which protocol number to use. Example, Highness, it's protocol number 1. Then step 6, then press enter. The inverter will now restart. Please wait a few seconds until the normal light flashes. Okay, we go to part 4, programming the inverter from the monitoring account. Okay. Practical demonstration. I'll play a video just to show you how to set up the unit also on the, but I'll share the video after I read this, then I'll show you the video. Practical demonstration and okay, how to configure a Domo, how to add the station, how to add a Domo to the station. I'll check for the video, then I'll show you just after we are done with this document. So we skip to part 5, that is the parallel connection. So on this connection, normally people do 2 inverters, the parallel 2 inverters. So this example is for 4 inverters. I think below I have for 2. Okay, I know there's not 2. I'll check on this one. I'll just demonstrate. If you want to parallel, for instance, you have 2 inverters, you have to put a cable from the first port going to the last port, and inner port going to the outer port here. Then all the DIP switches, this is for 2 inverters, all the DIP switches must be on, and then you must set it to phase 1, or if you have 3 inverters, that's when you can set it to phase 3. Okay. Then on this 4 inverters, the cable, you must run it from the left port going to the far right port of the last inverter. Then the middle port, you must put the cable, you must run the cable going to the next inverter. Likewise, you just do the same here up to here. So make sure if you're done with paralleling, make sure all the DIP switches are set likewise. On the first inverter, you must turn them on. On the second inverter, they must be off. And on the third inverter, they must be off. On the last inverter, all the DIP switches must be on. Most of the installers are facing a challenge on paralleling the inverters. They feel to parallel them, they will show fault 08. Normally, you have to run an update before you parallel the unit. Check your firmware version if the firmware is matching from inverter 1 to inverter 2 or to all the inverters that you are paralleling. Okay. Then if you are paralleling the inverters, we recommend that you must have one master inverter and also one master battery. Set the batteries as one bank. Okay. Then we go to part 5, setting description and common working modes. Okay. Then inverter to use solar plus battery, then grid and utility. So first you have to set setting 14, that is AC charge, you must set it to disable. Then setting 15, AC, first, all time values must be set on 00 for all 3 time intervals. For example, that is part 1, must set it to 0000 start, and part 1 end 0000. Then on setting 12, on grid EOD, that is the end of discharge, set the desired level point at which the grid or utility will take over from the battery. Then on number 4, set 11 cut-off voltage or SOC. So voltage is normally for lead acid batteries, and SOC, that is for lithium battery. Okay, then we go to solar to supply load during daytime and battery for backup use only. Setting 14, that is AC charge, you must disable. Then setting 15, AC, all the values must be set to 00. Now intervals, for example, that is P1 start 0000 and P1 end 0000. Okay, then setting 12 on grid EOD, set to desired level point at which the grid or utility will take over. Okay. Then on point, okay, sorry. I think there's a mistake here which was made. Okay, so this setting 14, setting 12 for EOD. Normally, if it is a backup, we set it to 90%. Then setting 11, cutoff voltage, cutoff according to voltage or SOC, roughly at 20%. So we skipped a point for warning. There is an option for warning as well. The battery warns you that it's running low. You can set it maybe to 25%, then the cutoff will be 20%. So if the battery reaches 20%, it will go to protection mode. Okay, the next point is use the inverter as a backup power supply, no panels. On this one, you set setting 14, AC charge enable, set according to time. Then for interval time 1, set it to start at start, it will be 0000 and end is 2359. Then setting 15 AC, set interval time P1 0000 start and end 2359. Then setting 12 that is on grid EOD, set it to 90%. Then setting 11, cut off voltage or SOC, roughly at 20% or 15%. Okay. Okay, these are the Domos that we have. The first one, it uses Wi-Fi. The second one, it uses Bluetooth. Then this one is a 4G or 2G Domo. Then this one, it uses okay. Then I'll take you through the steps of how to create a station. Let me check on this document. I'll start with the account management. Okay, so the first person on the Luxpower, there's a distributor A, then a distributor B, and distributor C. Then there's a distributor BA, that is the first distributor that will be here. That is distributor B1, distributor B2, and distributor B3. Then there is installer 1, installer 2, installer 3, end user 1, and end user 2. So this is how, okay. Okay, let me check a clear file. Okay, this is how you create a station for an instance. You want to create a station for an installer or a distributor or an end user. You go to configuration, you press users. Then on top here, it will give you an option of adding a distributor or installer or end user, but here it's not stated. And then it will show you a template to fill like this one. Then you fill in the details. Then after you're done filling in the details, then you press add. Then after that, okay, let me see. Yeah, here. It's not very clear. So you go to configuration, users, then here is add assistant distributor 3 or distributor 2, add installer, and add end user. So this is where you add all the users here. Okay, then we go to the setting. If you want an install, for instance, you're creating a station for an end user. If you want the end user to have normal access for the application, most of the features, if you don't want them to have access on most of the features, you just press random. And then if you want them to have full access, you can press normal here on this setting. Okay, then on this, this is for the distributor. If you need the distributor to input a contact way for technical support, which will show in the app, you can click here. So normally if you need the technical support from the distributor, that's where you can put the numbers, or you can put there's an option for also for email. Okay, so this on this page, This is where we show you how to create and add the station. Okay, so for instance, you created an account already for the installer, for the end user. So you go here on the add, that's where you add the station. Then you create a station for the end user. You fill in the details. After filling in the details, it will give you an option like this to add the Wi-Fi Domo. Hello guys, can you please switch off your microphone? Then that's where you add the Domo. And also, if you are an installer, you can use this option to create a station for the end user. And after creating a station, then you can click where it says the station management. Then that's where you can add the Domo. And if you need to edit something on the end user account, that's where there's an option for edit here. Then you can edit on the installer, on the end user account. Domo management. So I'll go on the first step when the inverter is offline, but the Domo shows online. Edit, step 2, edit the Domo can be changed to the different station device. Will be switched together with the Domo. Updating on the update, that is the step 3, used to update Domo firmware. Then on the step 4, this is how you remove the Domo. Hello guys, can you please switch off your microphone? Okay, so if you want to remove the Domo, you go on configuration, you click on Domo, then you press search here. Then if you search the Domo, then you find it here, then you go on management, then there's an option of remove, then that's it to give you an option of removing here, then you remove the Domo. Okay, for changing the cluster, let's say, for instance, you are the installer, you go on maintain page, then you press read for, or you search for the serial number of the inverter, then you go on the server IP and port, then you press read before you change the server, then you click either Asia or Africa or whatever cluster you want to change the Domo to. Then after you've done that, then you press set here. Okay, so on the monitoring account, this is on our monitoring account, this is how it appears on the monitoring account. So if there is any fault on the unit, it shows here where it says normal, it will say error, it will give you an error. So if you click on this, if it shows an error, it will quickly take you to data, then it will show you the error fault number. Okay, and also if you want to run an update on the unit, you go on maintain page, then you go on remote update, then you search the station or the Domo serial number right here, then you press search, then it will show you the Domo here, the inverter here, and the Domo serial number here. There's an option of standard update. Then you click standard update. Okay. If you want to add a device, there's an option for serial number, country, and optimum set type, then point. But this one, it normally appears on the distributor account. But if you want to, okay, let me check the clear page for this one. Sorry, let me check for clear page. Okay, I forgot something as well. On our monitoring page down here, there's an option for quick charge. If you there's ESCOM, there's AC, you can, and you know that load shedding is coming maybe in the next hour, then you can press quick charge that can charge your battery quick as well. Okay, then I'm going to check the videos and share now.
In this video, we're going to show you how to repair the dongle to your modem. So if you've changed internet providers, changed the modem, or you want to just pair to the dongle in a different way, this is how it's done. So we plug the dongle in, and what we're waiting for is to make sure the light is solid. When that's solid, that is giving out a pingable service. So we click on our Wi-Fi connections on our phone, and we're looking for the dongle number. So the dongle number on the is here, and this is what you'll find in your Wi-Fi settings. So click on that and pair to that as your Wi-Fi. So now we've paired to the dongle. We open up an internet browser, and in the address bar at the top there, we put the following digits: 10.10.10.1, and press go. Username and password is admin in lowercase, and sign language. Just go to the top and press English. Once you've done that, expand the page, and we're going down to the fourth option, which is station mode settings. Click on that. At the very top, you can see station parameter settings, SSID. So this is where we're going to look for your modem. So you hit the word scan. As is talk, so I select that. Press OK. And then at the bottom here, it says password underneath enable. So on here, we put our password in, and then we hit save. It'll ask you if you want to reboot the module. You press yes. You'll get this message that says wait 3 seconds, the module to restart, and then all we're doing is coming back to the dongle, and we're just waiting for all 3 lights to go solid.
Okay, so after the dongle is showing 3 solid lights, that's when you can add the dongle to the station. Okay, so we go next to the backup system.
Hello guys, how are you? Today I'm
on this one, I'm gonna mute it, then I'll explain because the volume was very bad. Okay. So I'm going to demonstrate on how to set up a backup system through this video. So first you press enter for 3.5 seconds. Then you go on setting number 3, you press enter. Then it will show the type here. There is a lead acid, there is no battery, and there is lithium ion as well. Then after that, you press enter. I'm gonna demonstrate with the lithium. So you choose the brand here. That's where you choose your brand. type according to the battery that you are using. Then after that, we go to setting number 11, sorry, we set our cutoff voltage. If it is a backup system, we set it to 90. So now it's on 15. So we changed it to 90. Sorry, to 15. It was fine on 15. Sorry, I thought of EOD. Okay. So on cutoff, you set it to 15%. So we go on to setting 14, that's our EOD. You set it to 90. We change the battery to 90%. Then we go to setting 14. We press enter for 3.5 seconds. We press enter, it will show you on top there AC charge. Then you press enter, then it will show you AC charge enable on the top right. Yeah, it's enable. Then we press enter. Then on P1 start, you leave it on default, it must be 0000. Then on P1 end, you set it to 2359. Then on P2 and P3, you don't set anything. Then I think the video is very short. On setting, there's also setting 15. On setting 15, that is AC first, you set it to 2359 as well. Okay. Any questions? Let me open the if you have any questions, you are free to ask.
Good morning.
Morning, how are you?
I'm fine, how are you?
Good, good.
Yes, talking of, so the type of battery, the most of the brands that we are usually using, the Pilot Tech and those kind of things. But I've never seen you using, because in Megatech currently, we are actually using Revos. But I've never seen you talking about Revos because on the brands of batteries that we are talking about, I've never seen one of our batteries there. I've never seen also the Revo battery, the battery being indicated. Or lithium batteries.
What's the name of the battery?
The Revo batteries.
Revo.
Yes.
REVOV.
Yes.
Okay, that one, you said it to brand 12. It's not part, yes, it's not on part of our compatible list, but we normally set it on brand 12.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Then on DIP switches, I think it's 100 or it's 0000.
Okay. I see now. No, thank you very much.
No problem. Any other question? Hello?
Hello.
Yes.
I'm married.
Yes, how are you? Hello?
Go disconnect. You don't go disconnect.
Hello?
15 minutes.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, I'm back again. Can you please send me is it possible, because you got my email address there, or is it possible to send me that the whole thing, the whole training thing?
Okay. Let
Because
me try. Yes.
after the training, yeah, you can just send me back, send me the whole thing, because I wanted to check in on it again.
Okay, I'm going to send my number now. Then just send me
My
a
email,
message.
my email address is the r.libereki@mecatech.com.na. My email is there, the one that I've
Okay.
registered with it. Yes.
Okay, no problem. I will
Please.
send it to you. Okay, no problem.
Thank you very much.
Okay. If there's any problem on the unit, or if you are facing any challenges on installing a Luxpower inverter, please don't hesitate to contact us. You can search Luxpower Tech Support South Africa. You can find our numbers there, then send us a message, and then we'll assist you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, okay, no problem.